Jan.
And I'm Tracey, and we are here on the MSC Armonia.
And what we're going to do this morning is we're going to give you a tour of this ship. This ship has about a capacity of about 2,600 passengers. It was actually, the keel was laid in 1997, making this is the oldest of the ships we've been on. Now, if you've seen any of our tours before, you'll notice that just below us, there you're going to find is a deck plan, and then you're going to find a little red dot that shows where we are on the MSC Armonia. Let's go see this beautiful ship. All right, and we're going to start our tour all the way at the aft of the ship on deck 14, where we find the basketball court. Not only do you have a full-length basketball court, which is completely surrounded by these nets, you also can play soccer here as well.
As we arrive into deck 12 on the aft, you have one of the kids clubs here, and this is a juniors club, so these are your preteens.
So on the port side, crossing over from the junior club, you have the teens club. This is your 15 to 17-year-olds. This is actually the first of two different clubs you had for them as you come into the Starlight Disco. The Starlight Disco is, well, it's a disco. It's just a place that at late night, they'll open this up with music and dancing.
On the MSC Armonia, there is a 13th deck, and that's where you're going to find your top 13 solarium. This is an exclusive area for Aurea guests, and what it has is a nice little bar up there that works during the daytime, and it does have nice seating areas, and then you can rent some cabanas if you'd like as well.
We'll talk about the vitamin bar in just a few moments.
Forward on deck 11, you have the MSC Aurea Spa and the gym. So the spa has a full spa treatment area. It has a hairdresser, nails, all that kind of stuff. If you're an Aurea guest, you do get complimentary access to the thermal area, which is really lovely, although it is a little bit smaller than what we're used to. Behind that, you have a full set gym with Nautilus equipment and cardio equipment. Right next to the spa and gym area, you do have two of your children areas. You have the baby club that goes up to 3 years old, and right next to it is the mini club that goes up to 6 years old.
All right, so as we start to move aft on deck number 11, we come to the pool deck. There's lots of different things. On the port side here, you have the gelateria, where you can get your gelato and your shakes. Those are not complimentary, those are for pay. In the middle here, what you have is you have your pool bar open already early in the morning, which is great. Additionally, over to the starboard side, what you have is your fruit bar. Now, the rest of the area, on the port side, you do have a smoking area, non-smoking on the starboard side, but you have two pretty good sized pools. You have two hot tubs, and what I really like the fact is you have the kids splash club that is right by it, so it's very easy for parents to be able to enjoy their time as well as to be able to keep an eye out on their kids.
And now we find ourselves at the El Girasol outdoor cafeteria area. This is the area immediately outside of your buffet.
All right, so one of the nice things about the El Girasol is the fact that it actually doubles as the seating area for the buffet, which we're going to show you in a moment. The buffet is actually fairly small, but also you have some of the buffet items as well as food items. Here you have the Hamburger Paradise, which they actually open up for not only for hamburgers during lunch, but also it opens up as a breakfast buffet during the morning.
We're at the Brasserie Buffet. This is where all of your hot foods are served, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
All right, so now we have come out of the buffet. We are back into El Girasol to what is known as pizza and pasta. During lunch, obviously, you can get pizza and pasta. In the morning, actually, again, doubles as an extension of the buffet where you can get waffles. Now, all the decks between 7 all the way to 10 are all cabins, with the exception of one thing. Now, usually if you need to go to the medical center, you usually look at decks 4 or 5 as one of your bottom decks. That is not the case here on the MSC Armonia. You actually need to go to deck number 7. However, understand that if you need to go to the medical facility, and I hope you do not, we try to stay out of there, you have to use the forward elevator, the forward stairwells. You cannot get to that from any of the stairwells. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to see you down on deck number 6 in the forward in the theater. All right, so we've come down to the forward of deck number 6 to La Fenice Theater. This is, of course, your theater. They have multiple different shows here. We've seen a couple of them. They're your dance and variety type shows. Additionally, you have different games during the day, which are kind of fun. And also, as most other cruises, this is where you actually come to when you get ready to go on an excursion.
And now we are in the Cafe San Marco. This is where you're going to get your specialty coffees. And a lot of these coffees are included in your drink package if you buy one.
All right, so as we continue to move after deck number 6, we come to the Teens Club. This is for your 15 to 17-year-olds. As you go in there, they have different games that kids can play, Nintendo, PlayStation, those type of things. But speaking of games, right before you get to the Teens Club, you have your arcade. Several different games here. You do not have an F1 simulator here, and most of the games are about €2 per play.
And here on deck 6 in the middle, you have your casino. This was packed yesterday when we were at sea. This is a smoking area, but they do a pretty good job with the smoke abatement.
All right, so we've continued to move aft on deck number 6. We've come out of the casino, and we are now at the Armonia Lounge. This small little lounge has live entertainment in the evening. This also where you're going to have your trivia. Also, in the back corner over here, you have kind of a library. It's basically games. You'll see that not only do they have games here, but you'll also see during sea days, you're going to have arts and crafts going on here as well.
Another live music area, and they have a lot of great stuff all day long, and the nighttime entertainment last night was fantastic.
So now we've moved all the way to the aft to the La Pergola restaurant. This is one of the 2 main dining rooms that you have on the ship. By the way, there is no specialty restaurant on the ship. Now, this restaurant is actually for any of your Aria guests and the Aria experience that has anytime dining.
They have a really nice shopping area here on deck 6. And this is the San Marco. This is where you get your high-end purses. We were at sea yesterday and they had a duty-free sale here, so it is quite inexpensive.
All right, so I told you that there is 2 main dining rooms here on the MSC Armonia. We already showed you the one where you have your My Choice dining, and there is this second, which is down on deck number 5, which is right below us, which is the Marco Polo. Now, something kind of interesting about how the Armonia is laid out is you would think that you would be able to take these stairs behind me right down to the Marco Polo, and technically it does, except for they don't allow you to actually enter the restaurant from these stairs. So really, these stairs are really stairs to nowhere. And now, you also have another set of stairwells that is further forward on deck number 6 that will come in right in the middle of Marco Polo, but once again, they don't want you to actually use those stairs. So we're gonna go to the stairway down on deck number 5 at the midship. So we finally made it to mid-deck on deck number 5 and the Marco Polo main dining room. This is for your Bella and your Fantastica or your fixed dining. You have 2 different times which you can come for dinner. This is open for breakfast and it is open for lunch. What's interesting is not only is it a matter of an a la carte dining, you can order different things, but for lunch and breakfast, you actually have a buffet.
Adjacent to the Marco Polo restaurant is the Bar del Duomo. This is where you're going to join up. This is where people come right before dinner, and it was really, really crowded before both of the seatings. In the daytime, they also use it for games and activity center, but the nighttime it turns into live music and dancing.
All right, so as we continue to move forward on deck number 5, we come to this area here, kind of the center of the ship, which is where you have your future cruises. So you'll be able to get that next cruise on MSC if you want. Also, you have your excursions desk. On either side of here, what you have is you have different shopping. You do have an internet cafe, which is odd because you have great tables. There is no outlets really to be able to use that for that. But you have lots of different shopping. You have lots of different activities that are going on here during the sea days. Now on the other side, you have guest services, so that you have any issues that you need with your bill or anything else you need to check. They're more than willing to help you out there.
And now we've made it to deck 5 aft, and this is where your White Lion English pub is at. So this is a great place to meet your friends right before dinner.
All right, so right by the White Lion English pub, you have the cigar bar. This is a nice little lounge for cigars.
We're moving towards the aft of deck 5, and now we're in the Via della Spiga. This is your big shopping gallery area. You have your MSC swag, you have perfumes and makeups, and behind you, you even have nice clothes.
All right, so that is the MSC Armonia. We had just arrived in Split, Croatia, so if you want to continue on with our adventures, go on and watch this video, and as always, keep on traveling.
Where do we